Yeah, Jennifer Kish there, 5th in the all-time try scores for Canada. Captain fantastic, and such a huge part of what Canada do well goes through their captain. Well, our third Cup quarter-final almost ready to go. A fascinating battle really between Canada and France here in Sao Paulo. Canada, as you can see, leading this one, 7 wins to just 1 for France. Well, for many people, France were the surprise package yesterday, undefeated in their pool and a rare victory against England to top the group. And all that, you have to remember, with what is generally considered a second-string squad. Canada lost out to Australia to finish second in their group, so this one expected to be a close battle. And there is the starting teams. Shannon Izar yesterday, hat-trick in her first game for France. The likes of Mayen at number 3, also such a key player for them. And then we mentioned Jen Kish, but what about Pat Quinn, the pace for her out wide, Ben Molesky, and of course Landry, who had a couple of tries herself yesterday. Well, that is Team Canada in their traditional red. And, you know, I suppose yesterday before this tournament kicked off, Mel, we would have said Canada would be firm favourites to win this, but the form of France turns this one around.
We'd say that because only 2 players in the squad were in Dubai, where they also performed really well. I guess David Cortex, he's mixing up his team. He's saying to them, prove to me that you want to be in the next 2 tournaments. And yes, some of them have stood up. You mentioned their names already. Mayen, Izar, Ladouceur was great too. But Canada, they are forward orientated. They have excellent power players in there. You mentioned Pat Quinn's speed, but what about Russell at the breakdown? Same with Kish. They've been outstanding.
Well, there you saw the results from yesterday. 64 points for Canada in their 3 games. Rasta Rasavengi is the man in charge, plenty of experience, and his 51st in the World Rugby 7 Series. So not quite as warm and sunny as it was yesterday if you've just joined us here in Sao Paulo, but I don't think the players will mind that one little bit. It's still a beautiful afternoon for rugby, for Sevens rugby, and 2 teams to go at it in a place in the semi-finals of the Cup up for grabs. France to get us underway. Biscara puts one deep into the hands of Kelly Russell. The first touch for Canada, squirts out the side there, and Rasavengi says play on, Canada with a chance to get possession. First touch for Brittany Ben, just draws the number now. Interesting runner, Bianca Ferrella. She's a big physical player, did a lot of damage yesterday, rolling on the ground, didn't release, and gives away the penalty. And a quick tap and go by the French captain Fanny Horta. This is Mayen, one of the players I mentioned earlier, big physical presence, huge tackler. The number 3 in her back for France, and struggling to hold on to that ball there. Jen Kish with the steal, and Landry to pass this one out as far as Ferrella. Ferrella takes it up the middle, takes 2 to bring her down. Good tackle it was by Fanny Horta, and again not rolling away. Must release the tackler on the ground. That was what the penalty was for. Canada still in possession. Hands there from Molesky. No way through the French defence so far. Mayen making yet another hit. Jennifer Kish. Into the middle comes Landry. This is Ben looking for any gaps that might appear in the French defence. It was a feature yesterday. However impressive they were in attack, equally good in defence. And that one looked like it went forward.
Yeah, a bit of a pity there because Canada getting into their pattern, their structure we know so well, which is basically just keeping their width, the accurate passing, putting it through the hands. There's Mayen's there. And originally, I guess she ran off by herself and got isolated, and that's where that turnover happened. You've got to stay with your teammates.
Mayen into the front row here for the scrum.
Steady.
I mean, if France get that ball to Shannon Izar, we saw yesterday what she can do. Good, strong runner.
Yeah, you never really know what to expect from France in terms of style. They're like a box of chocolates. Sometimes they play confrontational, sometimes they like to spin it. Other times they're very direct and close.
Struggle with the scrum there. They just about got that back, and Pauline Biscara with a nice switch in the middle. This is Ladouceur. One of the Canadians gets a shove in the back to get out of the way, and just preventing France from getting that quick recycled ball. Here is Shannon Izar, the player I was talking about. Now look at her, try to go herself, a lovely dummy. Needs support surely, not going to do it all the way, but makes it as far as the 22 and then can't hang on to it. Illegal though from Canada. And a chance to tap and go again.
I love that show there from Izar because she actually had nobody to receive the pass. Kish still took the dummy.
Dummy to no one and still bought. How do you explain that one on the team meeting analysis tomorrow for Canada?
Right.
Go left here, Mayan. Thomas, first real touch for her. Got the pass away. Mayan running the wraparound. Marjorie Mayan tries to go through Paquin. France keep it alive. Only just that one definitely went forward. And the referee agrees, so we'll have a scrum. But France looking dangerous inside the Canadian 22.
Yeah, that was a really nice little wrap from Mayan. She knew that there was just a little bit of space, no defender there. Got round, and I think it was Horta who she tried to get the ball. Well, she got the ball away, and Horta was the one that pushed it forward slightly. They're just sounding each other out at the moment. France, Canada. We knew it was going to be close. Difficult to pick.
Canadians now from all the way on their own line. That's a dangerous looking pass because it squirted out the side, and Landry did well to break through the cover tackle and get the pass away. Giselle Landry with a piece of brilliant skill, and off she goes. Ferrella, they're not going to catch her from there. Well, Ferrella had to do the hard slog and the long yards to get there. High tackle goes in. It doesn't matter because the try is scored, but Ghislaine Landry with a beautiful piece of skill to release Ferrella.
Landry, it was all her. She was completely under pressure behind the try line. But, you know, I talked about the fact they've got power players. Well, that's their strike right there, isn't she? She's the one that creates and gave it off to Ferrella. Look at that face, relaxed like a sprinter. She knows she's away. Lupescu's chasing, and it was a valiant effort. But what a try.
What a try it was. Beautiful running style, as Mel mentioned, by Ferrella. Conserving the energy, compact. Here's the conversion. Straight between the posts, and Canada, after being under pressure, that's why we love sevens. Defence to attack in the space of 10. Brilliant stuff.
Yep. Ferrella's first try to here in Sao Paulo, which is surprising because she's been very active with the ball in hand.
French now, what can they offer in response? Well, I tell you what, that was a poor kick. And Brittany Ben won't be happy. Mayan looking to get on with this one quickly as we approach 90 seconds left in the first half here. Just the one try so far. And France go left. Now here's Izar, lovely pass. Here's Mayan. Oh no, excuse me, it's Guérin who's just onto the pitch. And a knock forward of a red hand, which means France will get one chance to go before the break here.
Yep, you can see what they were trying to do there. This time, shift the ball. They went middle originally earlier in the match. Now it's about attacking that left edge.
Well, there's John Tate, the big imposing figure of the Canadian coach. Always very calm. You see in the halftime team talk, no matter what way the match has gone for Canada, 3 breaths for the team, composure, and then he delivers his analysis of where they can improve in the second half. But France want to give them something to think about here because 30 seconds to play. That was surely an illegal foot there. No, referee says play on. Canada using every trick in the book.
You can't do that.
I don't think Rastavengi saw, in fairness, he was around the other side, but now France get the penalty. I can tap and go. It's a quick one from Lupescu. The pass wasn't good and the tap wasn't run the right mark, so
well,
we'll have to go back.
She actually had it pretty much on the mark, but referee just had his back. She was just too fast for everybody.
Too quick for her own good. Last play. Will there be time for the line-out? Just about. No, there won't.
Oh.
Well, that was a mistake from France, and that's just a lack of concentration. Should have gone to the referee. Do we have time for the line-out? But the answer from the whistle is no. So just the one try for Canada. It's come from Bianca Ferrella, and it means that France trail the Canadians by 7 points to 0 at the break.
Take a big deep breath. 1, 2, 3. All right, ladies. All right, a bit scrappy, right? But we're staying in it. We're staying connected. Some really good tackles and contests at the breakdown. All right, we're get some of those calls to start going our way. Just stay aggressive, okay? Smart, let the tackle get after. On attack, got to get the ball. Don't sit exposed. Don't want that ball in the easy hand. Make them make a decision. I can't be so aggressive with the 7, and we'll set up the power step. The 7 to go through. The 7 stays on 7, then we got the Kiwi option, okay? Are we good with that?
Yeah.
All right, hey, please, let's go. Right, we're kicking off now. Right, if we're playing a 3 and a 4. If they do that again, take your time with the kick. Make sure we get the option we want and get after it, okay? Come on,
Go,
ladies.
Canada!
Yep, they've been measured, they're controlled, and they're very calm. And that's the way they've played in the first half. Canada, France, meanwhile, maybe look a little bit more desperate and clutching at some of the passes. They need to work out what their pattern is and stick to it. They know how dangerous they are, the French.
So just a single try between the sides in the first half. And Jen Kish, captain of Canada, I'm sure eager to strike next and try and put this one to bed, because France are dangerous. They do have those strike runners, as we mentioned. Landry goes to the right. It's a high hanging restart. Tap back from Shannon Izar. A little bit loose there, but Biscarat rescues it. Lepesque with the switch. Maya with the offload. Nice hands. Garant running towards that touchline. Once an inside ball from Thomas and just about kept it alive. I thought they were going to run out of space there. They almost did. Biscarat once more. Better. Izar to Maya. It's a 2-on-1 overlap outside there. If they can get this one wide. There's the long floating pass, and it's all a question of pace here. Izar tackled well.
The tackler.
Canada Robin, Kish, ball on the outside, Brittany Ben. Brittany Ben puts the head down. She's got to go into the corner. Canada will have their second try, and again, France losing possession at a critical stage, and Ben and Canada pounce and make them pay.
They kept their heads, they didn't panic, did they? It was actually Maleshki who made that fantastic tackle from behind on Isa. Then she got the turnover as well. And that's how Ben ended up with the ball on that left-hand far side of the field to collect the points.
Well, Brittany Ben, so much experience, and she knew exactly where to go. Pinned her ears back, straight into the corner. Conversion to come to make it 14 for Canada. This one right in the corner, as you can see. That's what faces Ghislaine Landry. Beautiful strike, though. As it on target, flags stay down.
Yeah, she has been very influential since she's made it into this Canadian setup. Brittany Ben, nice tall centre. She's one of those kind of centres that's got really good distribution, so if you just hang out wide, you always get a really good ball off her.
So Landry to restart. France, you feel, need a score in the next minute to 90 seconds to put themselves in a chance. What a beautiful kick it is, and a wonderful take as well. Bursting onto it, Russell gives the pass to Paquin. Paquin skips out. Oh, good tackle. Needed to be. And still there, France managed to steal. Thomas right on her own 9. And we need a breakaway. We saw Canada do this from a similar position in the first half. France cannot do it in the second.
That Canadian kickoff is just so good, isn't it? And Russell getting up and just basically claiming the ball because the French didn't even want to know about it. You've got to be really aggressive and come forward at kickoff time. You've got to communicate and say who's got it. And that time it was Russell.
Maleshki throws. Kish dummied the pass back, made about a metre on the ground. Paquin picks and goes, 3-on-3. Mayan against Paquin, and look at that from strength for Marjorie Mayan. Drove her all the way back over the 5-metre line and just stopped that momentum. Canada trying to reset here. Ben is calling for it. It'll show. And Maleshki, the pass is good to Kish. Underneath the post, she drops down. And that is that. Canada impressive in this second half.
And what could France do about that? Maleshki picking the ball up, slightly veering off to the left, and that was what created the lovely little hole. See this? Kish on the inside, supporting as she always does. Lovely little pop ball.
Canada asserting their authority on this one, and Jen Kish, the captain, has had a very good tournament so far. Does a huge amount of unseen work. And 19 points to nil now. You feel this is the dead one for France?
When does Jen Kish ever not have a good tournament is my question. So consistent. Hardly ever even makes an error. And, you know, if she's not doing the forward work in tight, then you'll see her out in the centre position, passing more than likely Paquin, a beautifully timed pass.
3 more to catch Maleski, but I'm sure they won't be concerned with individual honours. This is about a team game, and all those players in the top 5 for Canada on the pitch at the moment. That's the strength of this squad and the development over the last year or so. I'm sure Langford can't come soon enough for the home supporters. As France try and get something going here, Biscara sets one up. Here's Izar. We haven't seen too much of her in a chance to run into space. Out to Guérin. Little step off her inside, and that's nice feet from the French number 12. Kish makes the hit, got to roll away, hasn't done so, and concedes the penalty. Well, maybe just a little bit of gamesmanship there from Jen Kish. I'm sure she knew exactly what she was doing, slowing that ball down, but France have come again, and a chance here. Quick clean out needed. Lepesque, flat pass, was an awkward one for Fanny Orta, and she couldn't deal with it, but it's gone backwards, according to Rasta Vengi. 90 seconds to play. It's another penalty, this time against the French.
France are their own worst enemy in this game, to be honest. I think it was Mian. She took it back into contact when she had 2 players outside her. It would have been a try if they had to move the ball. It's their decisions, and it's just because they're under pressure.
Got a substitution for France, and in comes Lene Corson. Well, not a great kick, if we're being honest. A little chip and chase from Biscara. Where's this going to bounce? Well, the answer is straight into the arms of Nicholas for Canada. Brittany Benn tries to get the legs going. Darling on the outside, but no room there. Nicholas once more. Nice hands to keep that one alive. Caljavi to Kish. Might fancy a go through the middle here. That's exactly what she tries. The Pesque was there. And back towards Nicholas and hands to Russell. This is Lucan. Hold down on the halfway line. Russell again. Trying to put Darling in on the outside. It's on forward. And France will have a scrum. One last chance for France to get on the board.
Yeah, well, just for pride's sake, they'll just want to put something together. Get some cohesion there. Gee, I just watched Brianne Nicholas, who's just come on for Canada off the ball. This is her debut tournament. She basically chased it one side to the other to the other. Talk about work rate.
Mandy Marchak is going to come in, so Jen Kish, the captain, to go off. She's put in a decent shift, saves some energy for the semi-final because the result not in doubt now. And Marchak, just over 10 seconds to make an impression. Here's the feed. Here it goes, so Biscara trying to put Shannon Izar into space. That one is going to go all the way towards the Canadian line. It's a foot race forward. Canada going to win this one comfortably in the end. Nicholas dives on the ball, and that should be that. There is the final whistle. So a dominant display by the Canadians. We thought this one would be a lot closer, but France, in truth, couldn't hit the heights of yesterday, and they were well beaten. France 0, Canada 19.